How red tide is affecting local fishermen businesses, plus why you may notice an increase in security at high school football games this season, and why the Premier Sports Complex's price tag is getting higher and higher, and how Manatee County is responding to this latest challenge. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Good evening. New information tonight on the number of dead animals on the Suncoast, presumed to be because of the red tide. Mote marine scientists telling us that they've answered more than 150 phone calls regarding distressed sea turtles in our area, most of them dead. In the past 6 days, they've also taken in 12 dead dolphins. Now those numbers are just in this area. The FWC says they've also taken in 3 more dolphins into their Southwest Field lab just south of us. They say they're getting upwards of 20 phone calls each day regarding distressed animals. On average, they get only 2 per day. Red tide also impacting fishermen here on the Suncoast. They're doing their best to work around it and stay positive through it all. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from Cortez, where he had a chance to catch up with some of those fishermen. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, this has affected a lot of fishermen. They are making the most of a horrible situation. To get away from this big red tide mess, fishermen in Cortez have been going anywhere from 7 to 20 miles offshore to get the job done.
You can see the little bit of the disclarity of the iced tea looking water, and once we get out further than that, we got pure pristine blue waters. It's just like nothing's ever going on at all.
Captain Mike Morgan says even though this is the worst red tide he's seen in years, there are still a lot of great fish to catch offshore, including grouper, snapper, and many other species of fish. It's still been very rough for him and other fishermen. Morgan's business is down 30%.
I'm losing customers because they're going back home. That's our biggest fight for offshore. The inshore captains, you know, they're really struggling because they can't even run.
Adam Sears is a commercial fisherman who also manages the Swordfish Grill in Cortez. He says they found some clean water to the north of Anna Maria Island, and the fish they are catching is very safe for their customers to eat.
Fishermen will adapt just like the fish are. The fish are on the run. They've moved to the areas where the red tide isn't at, you know, so you've just got to adapt like anything and, you know, find where they're at and go get them.
And for the latest on red tide, make sure you log on to our website at mysuncoast.com. Reporting live from Cortez, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Rick, thank you. New video into our newsroom tonight. Check out this aerial view of the red tide near Venice Beach in Casey Key. You can see the red tide still lingering right there in the Gulf. As of today, Sarasota County has removed more than 127 tons of dead fish from public beaches and boat ramps. An update now on a pool that has been closed all week because of the red tide. City of Sarasota officials say Lido Pool, the surrounding pavilion, and concessions will remain closed through next week. The pool closed on Tuesday because of the bad smell and poor air quality in the area. Well, red tide also leaving an impact on tourism here on the Suncoast. Dozens of people have canceled or changed their vacation plans. Wedding planners have either had to make other arrangements or prepare the brides on how to deal with the side effects that come with red tide.
I was really upset at first, but then I realized, I was like, as long as he's standing in front of me, I don't care. Like, if people don't want to come because of it stinking, I don't care. As long as he's standing in front of me, I just wanted my toes in the sand.
Wedding planners told us here at ABC 7 that they hope this red tide goes away soon because come October, the busy season begins, and that's when it will become an even bigger problem. Well, for all of our latest coverage on the red tide outbreak and to get answers to your most asked questions, head online to mysuncoast.com. And let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our forecast. And Bob, I know you got a chance to go out on the water. How was that red tide when you went out?
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about it. It wasn't too bad as far as the irritation goes because the winds weren't up. It has to get airborne and then blow toward you, and we didn't have that problem. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Heavy rainfall today came across parts of the Suncoast. It's getting back to more typical Florida-like weather here in the summer with those afternoon and evening showers and storms kind of popping up along the sea breeze on the southeast wind, and then a little sea breeze west wind develops. The two converge and the storms have a tendency to fire up a little bit more so. Tonight, most of the heavy rain offshore. You may be seeing some lightning flashes off in the distance. That's because of the storms out in the Gulf, well offshore of Venice now, but still some light rain lingering and popping up every now and again near Lido. Also in North Sarasota, a shower there. One just popped up near El Conquistador Parkway. The winds are very light at this time. Still pretty warm too, upper 70s right now. And it looks as though those winds will eventually switch around again to the east-southeast throughout most of the day tomorrow. And then that sea breeze will kick in. We'll see another round of showers and storms in the mix. And it looks as though some of those storms could produce some locally heavy rainfall like we saw today. So a few showers offshore mainly, but generally fair skies overnight, and then a return of those afternoon and evening storms. That pattern is going to change once again. We'll tell you about when that will be happening coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob. Well, Manatee County had big plans for the premier sports campus in Lakewood Ranch before paying more than $5 million for it. But now some changes are driving that price tag even higher. ABC 7's Adam Cellini explains why the tourism officials say there's a little risk with that big investment.
This multi-million-dollar soccer haven in Lakewood Ranch just got pricier. Now that Manatee County tourism officials want to double the size of a new meeting center on the north end of the premier sports campus.
When we purchased it, we knew that we needed a building for sure, but weren't sure the size of the amenities.
Sean Walter, director of sports at the Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, says estimates grew from $800,000 to $1.3 million after talking to top clients like U.S. Soccer, who were spending hundreds of thousands on tents to escape the Florida sun.
We knew that in order to draw more business and enhance what we do, we needed extra facilities out here in infrastructure.
The new building provides indoor space for meetings, restrooms, concessions, but most importantly, medical attention.
If someone got hurt and they wanted to bring them the air conditioning, whether heat exhaustion or just need to get them out of the sun, we now have a medical room that can provide that.
The Bureau will ask the county to use tourist development tax revenue to cover the added cost. The same money tapped for daily red tide cleanup on public beaches, which locals say is paying off.
We're not really having any problems with any bad smells. Hats off to the county. They've been working very, very hard to keep our beaches very clean.
And Walter says he'll work hard to replace those dollars. Last year, the campus alone generated over 18,000 hotel room nights.
The more facilities and infrastructure we have, we can leverage more business and fill those hotels. Filling those hotels is what provides the TDT money or the tax money. So it's a win-win for everybody.
In Lakewood Ranch, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Adam, thank you. Well, high school football kicks off in less than 24 hours, and the new Sarasota County School District Police Force is busy putting safety and security plans together for each game. The officer putting Sarasota County's game day plans together, Officer Mike Halpin, has also created security plans for presidents, national parades, and even the Pope when working for NYPD. He has spent hours creating what are called operation plans for those football games. He's also created response plans for when things run smoothly and just in case they don't.
We'll have various assignments throughout the game, from roaming patrol to stationary posts to crowd control to making sure the players and referees get on and off the field safely.
Officers are encouraging spectators not to bring bags to the game. Meanwhile, Braden River High School's football coach is seeing the consequences from an investigation that found the team guilty of illegal recruiting. Coach Kurt Bradley and offensive coordinator Eric Sanders are out for the first 3 games of the season, according to ABC 7 sources. The suspensions include next Friday's kickoff classic against Lehigh Acres and the first 2 regular season games, which are both on the road. Bradley and Sanders are set to return for Week 3's home game against Manatee High. That same week, the Braden River senior that was suspended for getting impermissible benefits will appeal the athletic associations to suspend him from this season. Well, the University of South Florida going back to school with a step into the future. The Sarasota Manatee campus held 2 unique events today. The first taught faculty and staff 3D anatomy lessons using new technology. It's called Z-Space, and it enables students to extend and learn about every muscle, tissue, and bone in the body. In addition to humans, Z-Space has hundreds of other models that students can dissect.
It'll give you an entire definition of what we're exactly looking at. Also, possible diagnoses, tendinitis, sprains, and then also origin and insertion points here.
Studies show that critical thinking is the skill that most employers want that students don't have. So USF also held 2 workshops to discuss critical thinking and how to teach that skill to students. Sarasota police warning people of a phone scam happening on the Suncoast. They say a caller may claim to be a member of the police department asking for donations. Another phone scam is also happening where someone claims to be a lieutenant with SPD and is telling people that they have a warrant and will be arrested if they don't send payment. SPD wants to remind people that they never ask for money over the phone or request personal financial information. Well, Samoset's future looking brighter with talks of adding lights throughout the town to help with public safety. Manatee County commissioners held a workshop earlier this week discussing how a pilot project in that area could work. As of now, the only lights in the town are if residents or business owners put them in themselves. Usually 67% of neighborhood support is needed to go ahead with the project, but commissioners decided to change the rules for this. The county also says they would partner with Florida Power and Light to provide low costs for residents.
We will put the poles up in a partnership with FPL, do our infrastructure tax that we pass the citizens. The bill will be paid by the residents of $2.50 a month.
The next steps that the county will take is to hold a public community meeting to inform people about the lights and then do an official vote. There is no date set for the vote, but it should be before the end of this year. New at 11, the Manatee County Port Authority has approved a lease of a 10-acre facility where ships will deliver crushed stone to that port. The agreement stands for as many as 20 years and will pay the port a total of $1.8 million in the first 5 years, in addition to payments for cargo shipped through the dock. 30 jobs are also expected to be created by this business coming to that port. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, a shocking story out of Colorado. A man admits to killing his wife and kids after going on national TV pleading for their safe return. And the New England Patriots going against the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time since losing to them at the Super Bowl. The stories are next.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
All right, Bob. Well, the weather's been kind of hot, pretty bad lately.
103. That's what it felt like this afternoon, right around 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Rain came and cooled things down, which was kind of nice, and we had some pretty big showers and storms around too. Rained heavy in Northport and near Lakewood Ranch, near Fruitville and I-75, and some interesting photos. Get a look at this. We had some cloud formations that were pretty wild out there. We appreciate that photo, and look at this one here as well. A rainbow. That's right, a double rainbow, if you can just see a little bit of it there, just to the east of I-75. We had some nice photos there sent in, and Annie getting this one. Matthew Smith from the Lightning Mafia. The beautiful shot right there that you see, caught that and captured that as the storm was rolling in. And of course, Sunset Terracea, where the water is clean, by the way. Suzanne Humphreys sending this one in, and appreciate those photos. We have this east to southeast wind now around the area of high pressure, which has parked itself just off the coast of northeast Florida now. And with that in mind, similar conditions tomorrow, although a little bit drier air around. We still expect to see scattered storms developing in the late afternoon and evening, making their way off toward the northwest. That wind will be out of the east, and that's all important for the red tide forecast. We'll still see that easterly wind flow. Now, a review of the radar for the last 6 hours or so. Big storms I mentioned near Northport, then near Lakewood Ranch, southward to Bee Ridge and I-75. Even had some big storms near Parrish. All that now is mainly offshore. We have a few light showers still kind of popping up here and there. So a brief shower or two not out of the question here over the next hour or so, and then things should calm down. Rainfall totals were pretty impressive across parts of the Suncoast. Not much in northwest Bradenton, or for that matter, out on Longboat Key or even into Anna Maria Island. But down south near Port Charlotte and Warm Mineral Springs, some moderate to heavy rainfall there. Inglewood getting a ½ inch of rainfall. And then there's the bullseye, as I mentioned, south of Lakewood Ranch and north of Clark Road. We saw over an inch of rain, nearly an inch and a half. Estimates from the Doppler radar site, and nearly an inch of rain right there near Laurel Oak. Now to the north in Parrish, also pretty impressive, an inch and a half. Not much, as I mentioned, in Palmetto or Terracea for that matter. The forecast or futurecast still calling for 1 or 2 lone showers, mainly offshore, pushing off toward the northwest. Tomorrow we'll start off sunshine in the morning. Should be a nice start too. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Then we'll see clouds increasing in the afternoon. Partly cloudy afternoon with a few showers and a few scattered thunderstorms starting to develop along the sea breeze front, which will kick in right around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. As far as those winds go, they'll be out of the east and southeast throughout most of the day tomorrow. Notice how those winds start to veer around to a westerly direction. That's the sea breeze, but they still stay out of the east and southeast in the interior portions, and that will allow for the setup of the big storms to fire up. Well, there it is. Tropical storm Ernesto still has tropical storm characteristics, but that's soon to be over. Top winds are at 45 miles an hour. It's racing to the northeast at around 22, and there it is, heading off toward Ireland, and looks like it's going to be a pretty big low pressure area, not a tropical system by the time it reaches there. Well, our system out here, about 600 miles east of the Windward Islands, not showing any signs of development right now, although there has been some pretty deep convection near the center. The chances of it developing into a tropical system only at 20% for the next 5 days. So not much due to some upper level winds, which will be strong. 79 feels like 82 right now, east and northeast winds, and the high was 91, 1 degree above the average. And as far as temperatures go, 79 right now in Sarasota and 80 degrees in Orlando. Well, as far as the forecast for us, we're looking for showers and storms continuing over the upper Mississippi Valley and throughout the Ohio Valley. That, by the way, will eventually drive a low pressure area down south. Here's the forecast for boaters. Winds look like this. We'll see winds very light. They'll switch around to the southwest late in the day, seas running 2 feet or less. Slight chance for scattered storms on Saturday, better chance on Friday, and those will be afternoon and evening. We switch around to more morning coastal showers on Monday through Wednesday of next week. Well, I didn't get a chance to go fishing, but I went out with Captain Scott Moore, a legendary captain who has been fishing these waters for 40 years. We checked out the red tide. Yes, it still looks brown right there in between the bridges of Manatee Avenue and Cortez, and there were dead fish scattered about. Some have been sitting around for a long time, while others were pretty fresh as far as that goes, and just a terrible, sad situation. Saw redfish out there as well as some flounder, and it's unfortunate, but the captain says you can still catch fish if you know where to look.
Tampa Bay, Manatee River, Eastern Shore, all the way to the Little Manatee River is clean. That's the best advice. Also, out the pass, on the beaches, a mile or two off, there's actually mackerel out here right now, 2 miles out. The main thing is people understand that red tide is a natural. You can help big time contain those nutrients. There is a connection with nutrients and red tide. The severity and the length, okay, it's a plankton. It's like your plant. And if it's got nutrients, what is it going to do?
Grow. And then what he meant also is that the fertilizers that people use for their lawn, they shouldn't be using them because the fertilizers can sometimes wash out, and that provides the nutrients, as well as septic tanks, which is also a big deal. This gentleman went really far north to Valdez, Alaska.
Second, we know.
That's a halibut. And just for the halibut, he caught that and came in second in the tournament. 137 pounds. Van Smith, congratulations on that big one. And this one, not as big, but still fun. Offshore, that's where people are going now. Captain Brian Marcy taking his clients 9 miles offshore right there. And Jeff Page, his client, catching this big redfish. He says, look for the clean water. That's where the fish are going to be. But he also suggests that all the captains should do catch and release right now. Give the fish a break. Obviously, they have been stressed. As we know, it's a sad situation out there. And this one, just about 9 miles offshore out of New Pass. And Captain Chris Boyne there, his client's catching a lot of big fish.
All right, well, good to see at least some people are out there catching them, even if they have to go a little bit further out.
Yeah, they go further out, a little bit more gas, but it's worth it for their clients who have booked these trips.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. Well, the bodies of a pregnant woman and her 2 young children missing since Monday have now reportedly been found in Colorado. Police have arrested the husband and father that they believe is responsible. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is following the latest on this developing investigation.
Handcuffed in court, accused of killing his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters. The bodies reportedly found on the property of an oil and gas drilling company where Chris Watts used to work.
As horrible as this outcome is, our role now is to do everything that we can to determine exactly what occurred.
Say hi. Shanann Watts, who was 15 weeks pregnant, seen here in this Facebook Live video from May, praising her husband.
He is amazing. And I can't tell you how wonderful he is.
She, along with 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Cece, were reported missing by a friend Monday after not showing up for a doctor's appointment.
I'm just concerned and Shanann, if you're hearing this or you're out there, please let somebody know you're okay.
A day later, Shanann's husband Chris going on TV admitting there'd been some recent tension.
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that.
But stoically denying having any idea where they could be.
I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But, I mean, could she have just taken off? I don't know.
Investigators taking him into custody late Wednesday night, collecting evidence from the family's home north of Denver after ABC affiliate KMGH reports Watts confessed to killing his family. And formal charges against Watts are expected to be filed within the next few days. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Sports is next, but first here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
New tonight, Don Cheadle and Jimmy face off.
I'll fight him to a stalemate.
Plus, the striking Zoe Kravitz. And Tiffany Haddish learned something new.
Your name is Jimmy.
My name's James.
That's your real name? I didn't know that.
Emmy-nominated Kimmel. New tonight on ABC.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Now, sports.
The Rays taking on the Yankees in New York today. Right off the top, Tampa Bay's Joey Wendell hits an RBI double to right center off Masahiro Tanaka, scoring them their first run. The Yankees would go on to strike out 11 times as a team in this game. Yankees lose tonight 3-1. Well, a rematch against the Eagles and the Patriots in tonight's preseason game. The last time the teams went head-to-head was during the Super Bowl. This time, the Eagles didn't even make it onto the board until the second quarter. Patriots got their revenge, though. Final score, 37-20. And Brandt Snedeker shot an 11 under 59 today at the Wyndham Championship, falling just one shot shy of matching the record. He made a 20-foot putt on his final hole, becoming the 10th player in PGA Tour to break 60. Jim Furyk set the record with a 58 in the final round of the Travelers Championship in 2016. Snedeker began his round at Sedgefield Country Club with a bogey at number 10, and he then took off from there. Now, this is the third consecutive year that the PGA Tour has had a sub-60 round. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto number straight ahead.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
When ABC7 declares a First Alert Weather Day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a First Alert Weather Day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A First Alert Weather Day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, what a dorm room. Texas burger chain Whataburger decked out a Trinity University student's room in a big way. Whataburger says Enrique Alcoreza became a resident assistant at the university in San Antonio last year. He decked out his entire hall with handmade Whataburger signs and logos to welcome the students. As a thank you to the superfan, Whataburger then filled his dorm room with all things Whataburger. You know, I've never actually had Whataburger in Texas. You have?
I think I have had one. I think there's How's About a Burger too. I don't know. I can guarantee you there's not going to be many Burger King wrappers or McDonald's wrappers in there, but he likes that, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
We are looking at a few isolated showers tonight. Better chances for scattered late day storms tomorrow. High near 90.
All right, Bob. Thank you. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow evening. Have a great one.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
How do you open tough jar lids? Do you try this one? Or this one? Or how about this one?
Honey?
This is the future. Shouldn't there be a robot for this by now? There is. Introducing RoboTwist, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. Just set it down, press the button, and watch it work. First, the RoboStrong vise locks down tight. Then the powerful twisting action unscrews the lid. RoboTwist is yours for the special introductory price of just $19.99. That's right, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. All for just $19.99. Whether the jar is big or small, RoboTwist can open them all. Supplies are limited, so don't delay. Here's how to get yours today.
Call 1-800-347-1073. That's 1-800-347-1073. Or order online at buyrobotwist.com.
Introducing the ABC7 First Alert Weather Tracker. This all-new mobile weather lab is just one more way. The team you trust is keeping you ahead of the storms. The ABC7 First Alert Weather Tracker, sponsored by Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure.
We got area search. We got a person out in this field out here, and she's going to go find them.
Their noses go to work and can track down a human scent. We'll see how they do it.
Scent, scent, hunt.
We're getting involved in the training of search and rescue dogs. Join us this week on ABC 7.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.